to fight on the landing ground.
Thank you for joining us. You are listening to A Radio, and this is the Morning Moment. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. This piece is from the local.de, a German publication, links on my site. But putting it simply, they are not detached and impartial. Who are they? They are the German media. Does that sound familiar in your country? It should. Rather than reporting the news dispassionately, they clearly had their slant and their opinion, and the mainstream media wonder why the public don't trust them. Here's just part of the article. It's entitled, German Media Failed to Report the Refugee Crisis Honestly. Study finds. An influential German institute has studied thousands of articles published by daily newspapers during the refugee crisis. Their conclusion: journalists lost their objectivity and drove a wedge through society. As hundreds of thousands of refugees arrived in Germany in 2015 and early 2016, daily newspapers took on the role of public educators rather than objective critics of public policy, a team of researchers at Otto Brenner Institute concluded, according to a report from Die Welt this week. The researchers, led by former Die Welt editor Michael Haller, studied thousands of articles published between February 15 and March 2016 by leading newspapers, including Bild, Die Welt, Süddeutsche Zeitung, and the Frankfurt Allgemeine Zeitung. I have to apologise for the pronunciation. The report, which will be published on Monday, criticises the so-called mainstream media for lining up behind Chancellor Angela Merkel's open-door refugee policies and for uncritically taking on slogans of the political elite. Journalists use the slogan "Welcome Shelter," which means welcome culture, to put the moral pressure on citizens to contribute to the cause of supporting refugees. The study finds people who criticised the government policy were treated by journalists as suspect and potentially racist. At the same time, the newspaper saw its role to educate such people on becoming better human beings. The study argues, quote, most journalists failed in their job as someone who is supposed to objectively explain the world to readers, Haller told Die Zeit. And the article continues. Your thoughts? Here's mine. Sounds familiar? It should. You can find more at aradio.wordpress.com, where you can find links to us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Gab, and email. We are continuing to reach out to you, so please pass on the links. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. You can listen to all my morning moments at Spreaker.com under A Radio, that's EHRADIO, A Radio, and please click on the like button. And you can find all my podcasts and morning moments at aradio.wordpress.com and click on the Morning Moments tab.